let me tell you few components of miracle healing. And I'm going to open up for the pondering a great insight. Listen very carefully. Where does the disease start? Any disease for that matter. Where does the disease start? If you search for Prem Nirmal on Google, 35 years back, I was very well known as a stress management expert because I was teaching in MBA college and I became a professor of stress management and conducting lots of corporate workshop for stress management and all. And my early research shows that stress is the root cause of any disease. When stress goes on increasing in the body brain system and it becomes unbearable, then whichever is the weaker organ, that particular organ's disease will start. And let me tell you, this is very much predictable through astrology also. Your horoscope will tell us which is the weaker organ, which disease you are more likely to get. So, the stress is the root cause. So, in those days, when I was working with Wellinger Institute of Management, Matunga, as a stress management professor, external faculty for second year MBA students, we did a lot of research, systematic research on stress management, who is more stressed out, which group, and all that kind of research we did. But more than that, different types of stressors is what we studied as a group. Proper research was done. So our research shows that relationship stress is the worst of all, and that causes more disease than anything else. Listen carefully. Relationship stress, which gives a lot of emotional stress, is all associated, causes more disease than anything else. This is proven by the research. One step further, people who harbor a lot of resentment, okay, that resentment become the root cause for disease. 3 stages we talked about: stress in general, relationship stress associated a lot of emotional stress, which is the worst of all, that causes the disease. Third, resentment, one word if you want, that stress creates the resentment, and that resentment is the root cause. Now the big insight: people who are willing to listen, people who are willing to learn, people who are willing to work on themselves, work for changing the pattern. You see, everybody has one's own pattern. For last 3 years, day and night, daily, within myself, very seriously, I had been working on watching the patterns. And I found a miracle method of how do we change our patterns. I had been able to change my patterns, many patterns. Very difficult initially. First couple of years, nothing happened. I was struggling, suffering. But then I found a miracle method, and now I am able to change my patterns very fast. So I will teach you. See, those who are harboring the emotional stress, relationship stress, resentment, anxieties, worries for no reason, it's a pattern. Let's understand how the miracle healing happens. The moment we change the pattern and come out of that, the associated disease with that pattern also just goes away. This is the most fundamental of miracle healing. So if it is a situation that is giving the stress, if the situation changes, the stress goes away, the miracle healing happens. If the relationship is bothering you, if we correct the relationships with counseling, that no more bothering you, associated disease simply goes away. You are harboring a lot of anxieties, worries, resentment, If you change your pattern, come out of that, miracle healing happens. My dear friends, with a lot of love and compassion in my heart, I want all of you to meditate over my words. This is the truth that comes from the deep within my heart. This is the essence of the whole research that I have done myself, and my every cell of the body vibrates with the truth of what I'm talking to you. But you have to experiment with yourself to understand my truth. My truth is my truth. You have to experiment with yourself, change the pattern and see whether the miracle healing happens or not.